this is a super fun layout, and I am going to make it interactive. And so I kind of skipped ahead because I've been running behind, and the realization hit me that I need to just do the ones I really super enjoy, because I am probably not going to get them all done by the end of the month, but I will. I do have a goal of going ahead and finish them. So this layout is by Jessica Michaels, and it is day 23. It's from Christie's Beautiful Life, and I'm following it very closely, except for the fact that I am adding some interactive elements to this layout, and I will show you how. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to show you is I am putting an interactive element on here, and this, I cut this film strip out on the Cricut, and it's actually 2 film strips, and I stretched it because I wanted the inside, so I was more concerned about the inside of the film strip than I was the outside, because I wanted to make sure that it fit my pictures. So I've used 2x2 of some photos that I printed. I really wanted to put it at an angle, but the problem with putting it at an angle was I was afraid that that would make it hard to pull. So you can see that this is going to be able to pull, and the beauty of having an interactive element like this, it means that you can put things on the front and on the back. And so this would work really well if you are using a top load page protector. And you could split your page protectors, but I really don't like doing that. I mean, I have done it in the past, and I love interactive layouts, but we can make this so that you can just pull it out. It is going to stick up slightly over your page so that you can grab it, but other than that, it's going to work perfectly. So I'm going to show you how I did that one first. So the first thing that I did was I made the interactive element, and this is from a Cricut cut. I will try to share it, but I just know that it is 2. I went in on a film strip, and you should be able to cut this one if you have Design Space access. So this is, the film strip measures about 4 wide, and it is about 11.5 long. The spaces in between are 3 inches because I am 2x2. So what I did was I went ahead, and the strips on this side, I wanted to fill up these because when I pull it, I didn't want it to look kind of weird. So I cut 2 strips and put it on the back to cover up the open part of the film strip, and then I put wide foam tape, you can see it right here, and that's so that when I move it, it's not going to, my pictures aren't going to move around. So I went ahead and did that, and so the next thing that I did was I cut this is Ballerina, and I cut Ballerina, I cut it 2.5 by 12. I rounded the corners, and then I slid this in. After I had this, I slid it in upside down and made sure that everything fit, and then I put my paper in, and there's also, remember to put something at the bottom, and that is thin foam tape. So then I put my pictures, and I taped them in this way. So I taped them, and then I put them down this way. So that way everything moves. So I will warn you that if you are using foam tape and you put it on your paper, wherever you stick it, that is where it's going to be. There is not a lot of, there's forgiveness. The Lord always forgives us of our sins. But foam tape, if you put it down in the wrong space, you are going to regret it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and I got to dump these pictures. I'm putting it upside down just to make sure that you don't see the pictures. I want it to make sure that I am pulling it this way. A little bit's going to stick out. I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this foam tape down. Oh boy, here we go. Doing this on a camera is a little nerve-wracking, So I'm basically putting down at 9, and if I don't like it, I'm going to make adjustments with my embellishment and everything else, because like I said, once you put this foam tape down, it's down. You know, a lot of times you have mercy with other things. So I am just putting it just a little bit above the bottom, and there I go. Now I'm going to slide my pictures in this way. I'm going to have them upside down just so that I'm protecting the privacy of the children who do not belong to me. See, and see how fun that is? So you can just pull it up and down, and you could have 2 sets of pictures. I'm all about putting as many pictures on there as possible. So let's go back to our sketch, and I'll show you what that looks like. This should have been a really easy, fast sketch, but of course it's taken me all day. So they have it at an angle, and I explained. And they have a lot of splattering, but I have used, this is a retired paper. It's called Sugar Rush. It's from Closetomyheart. And the paper that I used is bulk. If you are local, I have this paper. So if you wanted to recreate this layout, it would be super easy to do. Just let me know. Reach out to me, and I'll get it for you. It's donuts on the one side, and it's ice cream on the other. And I thought, what better paper is there than that? And you can see that on the inside they have this striped paper, and I am using this pomegranate is the color of this, and I am going to decide. I think that looks like it's a winner to me. So I'm going to go ahead and tape that down. So the pictures are of my little friend who she stayed with us for a while, and she's actually the niece of my son-in-law, and she's so much fun. So, and she was eating ice cream. Isn't it fun to watch kids eat ice cream? I mean, it's what we would love to look like if we just let ourselves go, right? Okay, so I'm lining that up. Ooh, it does not. Okay, I'm at a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. All right. I got a little bit at the bottom. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, this was also a Cricut cut. I went on Scrappy to do it, and I forgot the gal's name that did this, but it says all you need is ice cream. Oh, I wish I could eat ice cream. That is the one thing that I just love, ice cream. But I do have kind of a sugar intolerance, and so the last time I ate ice cream, it was not a happy thing. So I've been resistant to. Although I did have I got a free Chick-fil-A ice cream the other day. So there's that, and then I'm going to. Oh, and I'm gonna. This is we're doing so many fun things today. So this is my ice cream cone, and remember I've talked about the wood grain technique. Well, I'm bringing out my Score Pal. That's not my Score Pal. Closetomyheart had these. I love the size of this one. So you know how now, and I need to make sure I want it to be on the light side. So I'm putting light side down because that's the side I want to show. Closetomyheart had these cool Score Pals that were like mini ones, and they're great for these small projects. So I'm going, you know how an ice cream cone has kind of a grid on it? So that's what I'm making. And I am just going to make a bunch of lines. I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm going to ink it. And that's going to give me, see if you can see that, it barely shows up, but I know how to make it stand out. So because I'm going to miss white core paper, so I'm sanding it, and the reason I'm sanding it is because I want it, this isn't tone on tone because the cardstock that I'm using is shortbread, but I'm going to ink it with toffee, which is really close. And so if I sand it down, it's going to take more ink. Does that make sense? I'll show you what I mean. And I have my mess mat, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to line it up like that. I don't even care. I think this is, so doesn't that look more like an ice cream cone? The only thing I don't like about Cricut is sometimes when you cut things out, they don't have a lot of dimension. But see how cute that is? Now it looks like an ice cream cone. And it makes me want to eat an ice cream cone. So I'm going to have this kind of off to the side. Actually, I can have it. I'm not good at clustering, so I always try to tell myself, have the things overlap. Oops, got to get the thing first. All you need is ice cream. So it's gonna fussy around with this a little bit. Maybe not touch quite that much. And you might hear some voices in my house because we have happy little people. Yesterday I thought, oh, I sound so crabby because I was trying to film and I kept hearing noise. But I love the people I live with. It's nice to have. Okay, so what do you think? So that's going to be that. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pop dot it. I don't do a lot. I do tape things down way more than when you're watching me. It doesn't seem like I tape things down very much. But I go back and kind of fiddle around a little bit. So this one, because this is foam tape, I gotta make a decision. So, and I'm gonna look at it, see how it does kind of come down quite a ways. And I really do wish I could have had that at an angle, but if I did that, it would not have been a happy thing. So, and all the little doody-dads. So this one, this was from, so this paper pack, if you have it, called Sugar Rush, they had, remember they had, they were PML cards, but they were cut apart. So this is one of the cut apart cards. I just stuck it on the Cricut and cut it out, and that's kind of how, because I never was a pocket scrapper, so I always use those for something else, and a lot of times I just use them for just making, using up and adding color to the layout. I rarely use pattern paper. I'm feeling very proud about how much pattern paper I have on this layout, because that is not normally my style. So there's our ice cream cone, and then we're going to put this off to the side, and it's going to say yum right there. I do need to add that. And I'm seeing that I'm missing, I have another little cluster right down here that I am not seeing. I thought this was going to take so long, but it really hasn't. I'm feeling very proud. So I'm going to have this one right here. And this there was a package of embellishments on here. I'm hoping that those of you that have Closetomyheart in your stash, that you will start digging it out, and it's such beautiful paper. And with us closing, I just think it'll be so nice to use up some of my stash that I've had for so many years. This is my favorite way for interactive. See how easy that is? I did round the corners. I'll show you one other thing that I did. Was one of the papers that came with this was this paper. So I just took a 1-inch circle punch and punched it out like this, and I'm going to put up for my pull tab. And in my stash of stamps, I have one that says pull, so I will stamp pull on that, and so it will be just like that. And then I do have another one that says, what does it say? Life is sweet. And I'm not seeing that. So what happens is I dump these things out, and then I don't have them. So in the still pictures, there will be a cluster right here. It will say life is sweet, and it will have 2 other little hearts on it. But I hope you will try this. I will try to share the file, but honestly, this is super easy to cut out, and it is 2 of them. So the one I cut out a film strip, and it was 3 little spaces. I put the 2 of them together because I wanted it to be I had 5 ice cream pictures, so I had to put all of them because they're pretty cute. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of March, and this was such a fun project. I hope you'll try it out sometime. Use a film strip, put your pictures in, and make it interactive. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.